The government of Javier Milei has been implementing major policy changes over the last few years, but the real question is, have these changes actually made things better? I think this is a great opportunity to analyze how these new policies have affected Argentina, especially now that we have new reports on key indicators such as poverty, unemployment, and monthly inflation rate. So, let's take a look. Hi, it's been a while. I haven't been able to made a video in a while because I got surgery. Nothing really big, but it hasn't let me do many videos. So let's start with the video. I decided to leave poverty for last, since it's probably the most important for many of you. And because of that, I wanted to start with unemployment. In the third quarter of 2025, the unemployment rate decreased significantly, falling from a 7.6% to a 6.6%, which is good news. However, it still hasn't beaten the record of low unemployment from the last quarter of 2024. Even so, it remains to be a positive result, especially considering that it's lower than the 6.9% recorded last year. That said, I noticed something a bit confusing. When I checked last year's report, it stated that unemployment was 6.4% in the third quarter of 2024. I'm not sure if I'm missing something, but the reports have different titles. One says it's total urban unemployment rate, while the other one says that it's based from a sample of 38 urban agglomerates. If any of you know the difference, feel free to explain it in the comments. Next up is inflation. In November, inflation reached 2.5%, making it the fifth consecutive monthly increase this year. While this is still a better figure compared to the 25 monthly percent inflation from the last government, it's not something to ignore. A significant part of the increase can be explained by political uncertainty related to the elections. If you're not sure what I mean, I recommend watching my video about elections, where I go deeper into this topic. During the September elections, not the major national elections where Javier Milei won, but the local elections in Buenos Aires, the opposition party Unión por la Patria won. This result shocked the market. People reacted by trying to protect their savings, and in Argentina that usually means buying US currency. As you can see in this image, it shows the destinations of Argentinian money flows. The red bar represents spending on foreign assets, like US currency. In September, the month of the elections, many people rushed to buy US dollars. This reduced the demand for the peso. And, like any price, its value is determined by supply and demand. And since the supply of pesos has remained relatively stable in the recent months, the key factor here was the drop in demand. This provides strong evidence for why the peso lost value and inflation increased. In the national elections of October 26, Javier Milei won, and you can clearly see the impact on the graph. Almost no one bought US dollars, reflecting a higher sense of confidence and stability. However, the September elections had already weakened the peso, which contributed to inflationary pressure. Only time will tell if inflation will continue to spike up, or is going to go back to normal levels from 2024 with its downward tendency. Finally, let's talk about poverty, one of the most important indicators for any country. While the INDEC has not yet released its official report, the Ministry of Human Capital published a figure estimating that poverty is right now at 27.5%. That number is shocking. For context, during Javier Milei's first year in office, poverty was around 57%, meaning that more than half of the population was in poverty. Now, less than a third of Argentinians are considered poor. While this is still a work in progress, it represents a strong foundation for the government and an important step forward building a better country. The bizarre fact of the day comes from a journalist named Tenenbaum. He's one of the most recognized journalists in the country. He had an interesting standpoint on child pornography.
Estamos del actor.
Pero pasó hace 1000 años.
Yo te digo una cosa.
¡Claro, boludo!
A él le gusta el rock, por
¿Cuál
suerte.
sería? ¿Cuál es el problema de tener pornografía infantil?
¿Cómo?
Ay, Ernesto.
¿Vos me estás
Perdón.
cargando?
A confesión de parte de
¿Vos
juez,
me estás
no lo escuchen, era un chiste.
No, pregunto porque...
No lo
porque
hice
caigo
un
y no me
chiste.
levanto. No.
Que sea el último día de
Por
en
favor,
vivo
no.
nuestro
Pará.
del año no te da
Chicos, me
derecho a
atraganto.
confesar todos tus pecados.
O sea,
por
te habíamos
favor.
anticipado que no estaba bien. Los últimos días ya lo notábamos raro.
No.
This video haunts him to this day. But to be fair, why in the fuck would you say that? That only makes you look like some sort of Argentinian Didi, you know? But hey, it is what it is. He's getting his payback now. Every time he tries to make an interview uncomfortable, they pull the child pornography take card and he's the one uncomfortable now.